Welcome everybody to your pick a card reading, messages from your loved ones who have passed. We're going to go ahead at this time and see all the messages your loved ones want you to know about, want you to be aware of, want you to take on board. Just because they are on the other side doesn't mean that they don't love you, care about you. And it's just love never dies, guys. We just have to remember that, and it just takes another form. So this is just them this is the way for them to come through and just share what they want you to hear and know at this time. So we've got 3 piles for you to choose from. The first pile is with the green feather. The second pile, which is group 2, is with the yellow feather, and group 3, which is the blue feather. So just take your time, see which feather, which pile is calling to you the most, and you can go ahead then and choose it. I'll have the timestamps in the description box and the pinned comments, and you'll just go ahead and choose the one that fits with you the most. Welcome group number 1. This is for everybody who chose the green feather. We're going to go ahead now and see all the messages that we can gather from your loved ones who have crossed, who have passed. This is just what they want you to know, what they want you to be aware of, what they want you to pay attention to at this time. Our loved ones that have crossed, who have passed, are always there for us. They always, we can't see them. We can't, believe that they're just on the other side. But the love is never broken, guys. Love is never broken. It just takes another form. And this is just a way of understanding, because there's not, unfortunately, we can't just pick up the phone. So we have to find other ways in getting our messages from our loved ones. And the oracle cards and tarot cards just provide such a easy, smooth way of these messages coming through. So let's go ahead now and see, just keep your loved one or your loved ones in mind as I'm putting these oracle cards, and we're going to go ahead and see what messages what they want you to know of, be aware of at this time. Right, so let's go ahead now. So the first card we get is the crumbling. What are you clinging on to? So this is quite a strong message coming through for you, group number 1. There's something that they want you to let go of. There's something, can you see these like big black kind of doors that is shutting you off from this beautiful, fertile, lush garden that you would be in if you could just release something. So just take this, look at your life in as a whole, and there is something here you're clinging to. The word clinging I think is very apt here. What are you clinging to? Because when we cling to something, there's an essence of desperation. It's like, if you let it go, what would happen? Ask yourself, if I let this go, and it could be anything. It could be maybe a simple thing like just a bad habit, smoking or overeating. Okay, not that that's simple, guys. Don't get me wrong. It could be that you're clinging onto a relationship that has run its course. Okay, so just look at it in terms of your life. What are you holding on to too tightly? It's too much work. It's not flowing. It's not beneficial to you. That if you let it go, in your heart of hearts, your intuition is telling you that if you let it go, there's something absolutely better waiting for you in this beautiful garden. Okay, this beautiful garden is what's on the other side of this desperation, this holding on to, this clinging to something that if I let it go, what would be? And of course, what would be is a fear, right? It's like, if I let's give an example of if I let go of this person who's no longer good for me. So we all know, if we're in a loving relationship and we feel loved, we know it. If we're in a relationship that we don't feel value and appreciated, and when it's not right, but there's some reason that you're just holding on. Maybe you feel that this is your last chance at finding somebody. Maybe you feel that that the things will get better. So just what would happen if you actually let it go? And I know there's fear involved, but this is what your loved ones want you to say, want you to know. They want you to say, what would happen if I let it go? And just go through the exercise, write it down, because then I've got, this card, grace coming in. Can you see how this person is rejoicing in really a beautiful garden? You see this? They're telling you what's waiting on the other side is something you cannot see, but they want you to know it's going to be so far much better than where you are now. There's this element of freedom, this element of peace, this element of, rejoicing. And they want you to know it's okay. Yes, it's fearful to let go of something that no longer is working, that no longer is beneficial. And, we are holding on so tight. You're stopping the natural rhythm and flow of life, guys. This is what it is. They want you to know there's a natural flow and rhythm of life. And sometimes, we just got to let things go. Maybe it's time to say goodbye to those cigarettes or whatever it is, and start a whole new course where you can really rejoice and be merry and free yourself from something. Maybe you're going to feel better physically. Maybe you're going to look better, right? Because you're letting go of something that is really not good for you. They also want you to know that not only are they surrounding you and loving you at this time, but there's actually people who could help you with this situation, that all you have to do is reach out and ask. And if you can't think of anybody in your immediate circle, they're telling you not to worry. You just then pay somebody, okay? But if you need help, sometimes if we just maybe drinking too much. Okay, I'll just give you an example of the drinking too much. As you know, there's wonderful support groups that, there's always somebody there. So if you need to do that and you need to, you feel like there's no ways I'm going to manage this on my own, you've got your divine team surrounding you and loving you and nurturing. But if you need something on the more physical plane, they're telling you, reach out and ask. People will help you. People understand. You'll be surprised how people will understand. They want you to find a far more peaceful time in your life. They feel that whatever this is that you're clinging on to, group number one, it's causing a lot of inner turmoil. Okay, there's no peace, there's no tranquility in your life because it's fear that's driving you. Okay, underlying this clinging is there's a fear of what will happen if I let it go, and they're saying it's time for you to enter a far more peaceful time. Okay, far more peaceful time. We've got this beautiful white dove here as well, which represents peace as well. They want you to be at peace physically, mentally, and spiritually. Right, beautiful messages coming through here from your loved ones. Group number one. Okay, so I'm just going to pull the tarot now, and we're going to see exactly what your loved ones, any other messages, any other insights that they want to share with you at this time. Just remember, guys, this is a timeless reading, so whenever you find it, it's now that you're meant to hear this message. Okay, so we're just going to just pull all the tarot so I can get a nice idea of what's going on here, and then we're going to understand what they really want you to know. Okay, just make sure you can see everything nicely, guys. Okay. Right. Okay. They really, really want you to work with them. Group number one. This high priestess is coming through here, and can you see how she's channeling the above? Okay, they want you to work with them. Can you see how she's channeling this, and it's calling in this main central character here, all right, which is probably the Holy Spirit. So just channel. They want you to reach out and ask. this is really would be a fantastic time also just to do whatever comes naturally, guys. Prayer, rituals, meditation, visualizations, affirmations. They want you to work with them. They want you to talk to them. They want you to open your heart to them, okay? Because I think it said this is going to be really, really, really beneficial to you. So if you need help on the physical plane, reach out. But they just can't stress enough how they're with you. They've like, we're here, we're surrounding you, we've got you, okay? Just talk, open up, and you're going to get signs and signals that we're here for you. Ultimately, guys, they're just telling you that with this Three of Swords coming in here, that if the longer you hold on to this, the harder it's going to be for you at the end when you eventually have to release it, okay? And they're telling you very, very clearly with the Ten of Swords and the Three of Swords that sometimes you just have to recognize when something comes to an end. And, here she stands at the end of something, but she's looking to the horizon for, okay, what comes next? That you have to try and get a clearer picture of what's coming next. And they're telling you the longer you hold on and cling on to something that's no longer working, no longer benefiting you, guys, it's going to get harder and harder to release, and it's going to hurt you even more and more. Of course, it could be physically or mentally, but like if you just carry on abusing some kind of substance, whether it's say drink or tobacco or something like that, okay, the longer you do it, of course you're going to this further damage. The longer we're in a relationship that undermines us, diminishes us, the more damage it does, the more our heart gets battered, okay? And they just want you to know that they really do understand that it's not easy, but they are so eager. They are so eager for you to start again, with this Page of Pentacles. They're so eager. They're saying, it feels at the moment like it's insurmountable to start again, because, the thought for you at the moment of letting go and starting again is worse than just letting go. And they're telling you, you're going to be surprised. You're going to be surprised how quickly you're going to get back on track. Okay, you will obviously go through that period. We've got our Ten of Swords here, which tells us you will go through a period where you have to release it and you have to come to terms with it. But look what we have here. We've got the Three of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. It tells me you're going to build up your life again in that area. So there's not even like they're telling you, you're viewing it as a loss, and it's not a loss. This releasing what is not serving you, it's actually not a loss. It's actually the beginning of building something very, very solid. And they tell you there's people that are going to come into your life, this helpful people, this new group of people, and this could be the people you find in these, support groups, or these people that find in terms of your friends or family or colleagues who are supporting you. You're going to be so surprised how they're going to have your back, and they're not going to let you fall. They're not going to let you fall. They're going to be with you all the way until you've got your feet back on the ground, whatever it is that you are releasing. Wow. And this Ten of, they're telling you this Ten of Pentacles is waiting for you. Ten of Pentacles is it's like you start something and you build something, and then this is like the end result. They're telling you can build something that is going to be wish fulfillment for you. So take that as it resonates, guys. It could be your wish fulfillment is that you're able to release a toxic relationship and get into a very loving, nurturing relationship. There you have it. That would be your wish fulfillment. If your wish fulfillment is that you're able to release not smoke anymore and get your health back and start running marathons and doing sport again, this is your Ten of Pentacles. So this is the Ten of Pentacles relates to you and to where you are in your life. Okay, I'm going to pull another, I'm just going to use the little tarot to get an additional message for you from your loved ones. But there's so much love coming through in this reading, guys. I can feel it. It's just like overpowering. They just want so much of the best for you. And for me, it's such a big thing. It's like, you know what? You can't see me. You can't hear me. But I've got you. Just talk to me. just talk to me. And they really, they'll come through in dreams. They'll come through, if it was like your thing to, I'm just going to give a random thing, guys. If it was your thing to, notice birds, okay, then maybe you will see a very beautiful bird. They're going to do everything they can to send you a sign saying, I'm here. I'm just, I'm not gone. I've just crossed over. I've just passed, but I'm not gone. Right, 6 of Swords, the Chariot, and the Knight of Wands. Wow. They cannot stress enough how they want you to move on, guys. This is another card. The 6 of Swords is a card of moving on from these troubled waters to much more calmer waters. And can you see that this person is not alone in the boat? They just keep telling you you're not alone. I think for some of you, group number 1s, you really feel alone. You're really feeling alone, and they want you to know, I know you can't see me and I know you can't feel me, but I'm here. Just reach out. I'm with you. You know what I'm saying? They're by your side, and these troubled waters are like, time now. Time now, my love. Just let it go. Move on. We've got the Chariot coming up, which is another moving forward card, and it's a success card. Okay. And as you can see with this Chariot, we've got the 2 sphinxes here looking in opposite directions, and then the person in the Chariot, they're saying, this is just a time of having faith. It's true. You don't know what's going to happen when you let go and release, but they're saying, have faith. The Chariot will drive you forward in the right direction, because you're going to reach out to the right people, and they've got your back. They've got you, they're surrounding you, and they love you. And they want you to know there is something brand new coming in for you, and it's not going to be a long wait. This is the beautiful part about it, group number 1. There's not a long wait here. So once it's released, once you get yourself, you get yourself back on track with the Knight of Wands, it's telling you you're going to start exploring other directions, other possibilities. That the big thing here is they understand that you feel the recovery period, the period between letting go and feeling good is going to be terrible for you. And they're telling you, okay, it might be challenging, but the thing you don't realize is how quickly you're going to get into it and start working with it, right? And start feeling the benefits of releasing what this is that you're clinging on to so desperately. So those are the message I have for you, my dear group number 1s. I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you did, please give it the thumbs up. It just shows me you like this kind of content, and I'm sending you all lots and lots of love. Welcome, group number 2. This is for everybody who chose the yellow feather. We're going to go ahead and see all the messages that are coming through from your loved ones who have passed, who have crossed over. So what I'll do is I'm just going to pull all your oracle cards, because this is going to give me the main messages that are coming through for you at this time. Okay, so just remember, my lovely group number 2s, that all our loved ones that have crossed, who are passed, are on the other side. They're still there. They still love us. Love never dies. Love never dies. It just takes a different form. So, we can't see them. We can't hear them. Well, most of us can't, okay? The lucky few of us that can. So this is just such a beautiful way for them to come through and communicate and let you know what they have on their mind, what they want for you, what they want to tell you. Okay, let's see what we have for group number 2. Sorry, guys, I just want to make sure you can see everything nice and clearly. Right. Okay, so this is very nice. The first card that comes in is yes. Just say yes. So for a lot of my group number 2s, if you are having to make a decision, if you are contemplating, and this could be anything, guys, okay? But I think when it comes through from our past loved ones, it's a big thing. So it's like something like, should I relocate or shouldn't I? Should I change professions or shouldn't I? So it's like you've got a soul calling to do something, but then your mental kind of mind comes into it. Oh, but what about this? And what about that? And what about this? And this is coming in saying, listen, just say yes and see where it takes you. Because this decision, this calling, this thought, this idea that you have, it's coming from another place. It's coming from your higher self, the deep soul calling. And if you say yes, it's going to open up something completely new and different for you. And this is time to explore that. They want you to also know that whatever this is probably very much aligned to your purpose. Okay, so for those of you who have been feeling like, I don't know, you're just like a little bit off course, you haven't found what you're meant to be doing, you just want something to give you a sign you're on the right track, you're on the right path. They're telling you this yes answer is a big push getting you on the right track. You know, when you do something that your higher self and your soul is calling you to do, it's going to open up a lot of different avenues, opportunities and possibilities for you. And they're just telling you, you know, you're going to be completely surprised that once you've made a decision, and even if it's quite a leap of faith decision, you just make the decision and you commit to it, okay, with purpose. You commit to it fully, right? You see, we've got this person here, he's got the bags and the flowers. They're like in it for every aspect of their life, okay? They just going forward. They like, okay, this is what I've decided. This is what I'm doing. No turning back. No turning back. Okay, so they just really want you to know that this is very much connected to bigger and higher things. And then this is a beautiful message coming through because they want you to talk to them. Your loved ones, group number 2, want you to talk to them. They want you to ask. They want you to speak to them. They want you to tell them how you're feeling. They like, you know, like for most of us, I said, you can't see them, you can't hear them, but they're there. They're around you. They're surrounding you. They're loving you. They're nurturing you. And they want you to just ask, talk, let them know, okay? Because they're here. They're all around you, even if you can't see them. They're around you. And you know, for the lucky few, they're going to give you some kind of a sign or a signal just to let you know. It could be coming through, you start dreaming about them, or maybe you'll just go for a walk and you'll see something that reminds you. Things will just kind of, you'll see there'll be a lot of top of mind. Things will pop in, because of course we're always thinking about them and loving them, but something more, something additional will come in to let you know that they're hearing you. They you know, you're speaking and they're listening and they've got you. They'll give you some kind of a sign. They also want you to know one thing, that when you say yes to whatever this is, there's something that's going to, like I told you, I mentioned previously, there is going to be some kind of additional inspiration that comes in. So I'll just go back to my first example when I said, you know, maybe you're wanting to relocate, okay? So just say you relocate and you're living in a big city now and you decide to relocate to a quieter beach town. You're going to get some kind of inspiration to do something that's very much related to your purpose, okay? So I'll give you an example. Just say you're in the corporate world, you relocate to this quieter coastal town, and you've always loved yoga, okay? Well, you've always loved yoga. Perhaps you start like yoga classes on the beach. Okay, it's a very random example, guys, but what I want you to know, that when you're on purpose and when you say yes to something that's coming from deep inside you, you open up a lot of other possibilities and eventualities. And this is a strong message that's coming through from your loved ones at this time. Right, so let's go ahead now and pull some additional messages and insights from your loved ones. Well, lovely. You've got the Sun, Page of Wands, Nine of Wands, Judgment, Eight of Cups. Just move it a little bit up so we can get all the cards in nicely. And Six of Swords. Wow. It's so nice, group number 2, because this is such a very clear message from your from your loved ones. Really, this is so clear. They kind of really very, very clear. They're like, listen, whatever you're doing now that is feeling like a slog, that's feeling like it's not coming naturally to you. It could be work, it could be a relationship, it could be anything, but it's something that it's just you're feeling like humdrum, like trudging through like knee-high mud, okay, that kind of feeling. It's like it's not flowing, it's not going easy. They were like, this is because you are fighting against what you're meant to be doing. And when you say yes, you're going to open things up, okay? Now, this is judgment coming through. They want you to recognize what this inner voice is calling you to do. What is it here that's saying, say yes, group number 2, say yes. There's something, this higher calling, they want you to acknowledge and go with it. Work with it. And it doesn't have to be this massive thing like I'm saying relocating, right guys? It could be like you don't even have to move. It could be just starting something new. It's like we'll go back to the yoga thing. Maybe you're in the corporate world and you absolutely adore yoga. Maybe you start giving private yoga classes, or you do start a weekend yoga class in the park. You know what I'm saying? It's just answering something that is inside of you. This is such a strong message. It's such a strong message here. The rest of the cards, it's like, you know, for this 8 of Cups comes through saying for some of you that it will be a big move. This you know, saying yes and moving onward. There will be a big move. It will be big. It will be big and very dramatic, but it'll be very, very successful. With the 8 of Cups coming through saying it's just you leave something behind that you recognized, it served its purpose, and it's okay, I'm now moving on to something different. 6 of Wands is really moving on from troubled waters to much more calmer, better waters, okay? And they want to help you. They want to drive you forward. They really want you to make some kind of a move that is an inner calling, an inner, it's like almost like an inner dream, okay? And they like I said, it doesn't have to be huge and dramatic, okay? But you've got this Page of Wands here again with this inspiration. They feel that once you just acknowledge it and say yes to it, you're going to be amazed, okay? Amazed about how your life will move in a different direction than you anticipated. Like different doors are going to open for you. Different people are going to come into your life. They're saying right now you can't see it. And they understand that. But if you say yes, you're saying yes to the universe. You're saying yes to everything that wants to come in. And it's like a leap of faith, but it's like a calculated leap of faith, because you've been told with all of this behind it, you're not putting yourself at risk. And with the Sun card here, can you see this beautiful ray of warm energy just surrounding this woman who's in this position of complete joy and happiness? And this is what they're saying. They're saying if you say yes to your higher calling, your higher self, whatever it is, if you say yes, this happiness, this joy, this beam of light is going to come down and just shine upon you, because it's going to open up doors you can't even see at the moment. Right, my lovely group number 2. So I'm just going to pull the little tarot now to see if we can get an additional message for you from your loved ones. Okay. 6 of Swords. Right, you've got 6 of Swords twice. They really want you to make some kind of a change. They feel that whatever you're doing right now is fine, but it's got that energy of been there, done that. Now what? Now what? Okay, now what? You've got the 8 of Cups, guys. This is so big, because you got 2 repeats here. We've got 6 of Swords, 6 of Swords, 8 of Cups, 8 of Cups. So it also tells me for a lot of you, it's time to let it go. It's not whatever it is, okay? So you just take it as it resonates with you, guys. Whatever it is, it could be a relationship, a job, a city, a a bad habit, okay? It could be anything like that. They're telling you now it's no longer working for you. It's no longer serving you. Move on. Excuse me. Move on to greener pastures. And then we have the King of Swords. Sorry guys, I'm just going to have a quick sip of tea. All right, then we've got the King of Swords. And the King of Swords is very much about being logical, practical, seeing things for what they really are. What your loved ones want you to know. This is not just esoteric and all about emotions and about feelings. They're telling you very practically. There is a very logical and practical reason why you should move on from whatever this is that they want you to move on from. Whatever it is that this new direction is. They're telling you to think about it. Think about it from a logical perspective. How is it going to affect you in all areas of your life? Okay. Of course, there is the rest of the esoteric and the emotional stuff is going to benefit. But they just want you to know. I think there's a lot of you who just need to look at it from a far more practical point of view. And they're saying, beautiful. Do that. Write it down, okay? Put everything down. Write the pros, write the cons, write your lists, write whatever you have to do to see how your life would be. What are the possibilities versus what would it be if you just did not, move on and say yes. Compare it, look at it, and then make a decision, because they are quite sure then everything would come far more into play. So there you have it, my dear group number 2s. That is your message coming through from your loved ones at this time. If you liked this reading, if you enjoyed the content, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up, because that just lets me know that you'd like more of this kind of a reading. And I'm sending you all lots and lots of love. Welcome, group number 3. This is for everybody who chose the blue feather. We're going to go ahead and see all the messages that I'm going to take 2 of these because they both dropped. All the messages that are coming through from your loved ones who have passed. Now, just remember, my lovely group number 3s, just because we cannot see and cannot hear, at least most of us can't, our loved ones who have passed, does not mean that they are not loving us, caring for us, nurturing us from the other side. Love never dies. Love never dies. It just takes a different form. And this is just a beautiful way of getting messages from them. Because, like I say, we can't just pick up the phone and, say, what should I do? Or what do you suggest? This is just a beautiful, beautiful, gentle way through the oracle and tarot cards of getting messages from our loved ones. Okay, so these 2 dropped out together, so I'm going to read them together. So the first one is Soul Family, calling your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. And then we've got Align Your Life. What is aligned or needs to change? Okay, so this is very much about, there's something going on that I think is pulling you in very many directions. It could be that you're overworking. It could be that you're very, very stressed and you're all over the place and you're forgetting things. Because, when we're stressed, we start, we're not focused. We've got brain fog. And it's just this for a lot of my group number 3s. This could be a very much like you're not grounded, and there's a lot of it's like I'm feeling a lot of fragmented and frenetic energy. Okay, like all over the place. And your loved ones are saying it's time to call in your soul tribe. So your soul tribe can just be one person who gets you, who loves you, who understands you, and they're saying call them in, have a heart-to-heart discussion, maybe have a drink, coffee, tell them what's going on in your life. They want you to start getting some kind of support from people who love you and understand you. So this situation, guys, it's just it just could be just life in general, with there's so much pressure and so much stress that it's just like, pulling you in 100 different places at the same time, worrying about, work, family, children, bills. Okay, it could be that. And this is also a very big thing about getting grounded. But the big message coming through for you is to call in your soul tribe and whoever that is for you. Then they also want you to know that at this time, your partnerships and love can be a very great source of comfort and support for you. So this is coming through again with your soul family, guys. Your soul family, like I said, sometimes it's just, we're even lucky if we have, I feel, if you have that, even one person who loves you, gets you and understands you, all right? For those of us who are even luckier, who have more than one, wonderful. But this is very much about calling in people that love you and get you. And guys, sometimes it doesn't even matter if you haven't spoken to them for a while or haven't seen them for a while. It doesn't matter. Sometimes you just have to pick up the phone and just say, what, I just need a little bit of help. I just need a little bit of advice. Most people will just open their hearts to that, okay? And if these are good, true friends who love you or family, trust me, no one's going to turn you away. This is about being surrounded by a lot of love and a lot of support. Okay, this is just a time for that. Like I said, it could be that you're pulled in 1,000,001 directions, and maybe you just need someone to step in and help you with, the kids. Okay, maybe you just ask a really good friend, can you pick up my kids and drop them at home, or just something. Okay, that was very random, guys, but you understand what I'm saying. It's just calling in that little extra bit of help. Maybe you're getting home late from work and you just say to your partner, maybe 3 times a week, can you cook, and can we go out for twice a week, just until I get things quietened down. Call in. You'll be amazed how, when you open yourself up, how people will just be there for you. Just give them the opportunity. Okay, then we've got this compromise card coming in, guys, and this is really a lot to do with the balance, because I feel there's a lot of imbalance here. Okay, so this compromise card is just like, if you're somebody who has always been on top of everything, like you've always taken care of everybody, you've always been the one to run here, run there, fetch this, fetch that, go to work, come back, cook dinner, go to gym. Okay, this card is coming through saying it's time to find a compromise for yourself, guys. You can't keep going at such a pace that you burn yourself out. Find a compromise. Maybe you don't go to gym every day during the week. Maybe you go once during the week and then twice on the weekend. This is a time to find a compromise, because your loved ones are saying there is something here. Can you see this fragmented picture, right? It's pulling you in too many parts, and you're going to start making, like small mistakes, like forgetting things and letting things slip through the cracks, okay? Because you've got too much going on. And they're saying this doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. You need to bring peace of mind, peace of heart, mind, body, and soul back into your life. They want you to be much more at ease, much more relaxed about your life, and this very much goes into calling in people to help you. Right, my lovely group number 3s. I'm now going to pull some tarot. Let's see if we can get some additional messages for you from your loved ones. We've got the Page of Swords, 6 of Wands, Knight of Cups, the Strength card, 8 of Cups, and the Page of Wands. Right. Okay. This is very nice. This is really nice. Okay. First and foremost, what I really, really love is they just want to acknowledge and let you know that you have the strength to manage this Whatever this frenetic period is in your life, the stressful period, you have the strength to manage it, and don't doubt it. Don't doubt it for a minute. There might be things in your life you just have to, like with this compromise card, there might be certain things you just have to like walk away from, let go at this time. If you were the one taking care of everybody, if you were the one, say, for example, you had some kind of, you're working full time, and on top of that you were running errands and favors for people. So there might be certain things at this time you're going to have to walk away from. You're going to have to say, you know what, I am just pulled in too many directions, and you're just going to ask someone else to step in and help you. Okay, they want you to really like look at everything look at everything that you're doing. Okay, look at people in your life who are supporting you, people in life who are draining you, because this also could be walking away from people who are just too demanding. Okay, it could be anybody, it could be a friend, it could be a family member, so that you've got so much going on in your life, and on top of all of that, they phone you every night and they complain on the phone for an hour, that kind of thing. And it's just about saying, you know what, guys, I just, at this time, I'm sorry, I just don't have time. Maybe we'll just have a catch up over the weekend, but I haven't got an hour every single night to listen to, you won't say it like so harshly, but I can't, I'm just so, so exhausted at night. They want they want you to put everything into perspective, to look at every element of your life and say, okay, what can I delegate? What can I manage? And what can I just let go of completely? And they're letting you know, by doing this, you're going to feel like an absolute new, you're going to feel like a new person. You're going to feel like yourself again. You're going to get, your clarity back. You're not going to be so ungrounded, so fragmented, so all over the place. The big thing is to get back on track. And they want you to know that there's actually people out there who really, you've got the Knight of Cups here. This is like an offer. Sometimes you just got to ask, and they're telling me that you're going to be surprised here about people who are going to come forth and, just be there for you. Just like, like I said with the dinner example, can you just cook, maybe twice, 3 times a week, and can we go out the rest of the time? I just do not have the time and the energy. I'm exhausted at the end of the day. And they say you're going to be pleasantly surprised. Right, my lovely group number 3s, I'm now going to pull the little tarot just to get an additional message for you from your loved ones. We've got the Wheel of Fortune, right? So that something's changing, which is great. And I think this is you bringing about the change. We've got the King of Swords, okay, which is telling you this is not a time to be emotional about things like, oh, I'm going to be letting this person down, and oh, my poor boss, he, I can't work overtime till 9 o'clock at night. They're like, no, this is time for you to really let your head, okay, make logical decisions. What can you do? What can't you do? What you can't do, you let go of. What you can do, you do. But it's ready to let your logic, the practicalities of your thought process come through, and really be firm about it. King of Swords energy is not someone you can kind of convince the other way. No, you tell the people who are draining you, I'm sorry, I'm not able to give you this time or this attention at this time. I'm absolutely frenetic. Let's do it at another time. Okay, this is this King of Swords energy, being very firm in your decision-making process. And Nine of Pentacles. Oh, I love that, guys. They just want you to know that this is going to pass. Okay, this absolutely fragmented, frenetic, all over the place energy period. As soon as you bring into these changes in, and you've got the Nine of Pentacles, they tell me you're going to feel like yourself again. you're going to start looking good, feeling content, like, and almost proud of yourself that you were able to bring about this change, that you were able to like stand up for yourself, and you've got the strength, guys. You've got the lion coming in, okay? That people don't see this in you, okay? It's like, but you've got it in you, especially, and they were like King of Swords energy. Just lay down what you can do and what you can't do and stick to it. And before you know it, you're going to be feeling top of the world again. So there you have it, my lovely group number 3s. I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you did, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel and give it the thumbs up. And I'm sending you all lots and lots of love.